Good morning, delegates. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a privilege to be invited to address this conference today. Today I'll be discussing the issue of social media as a political campaign tool. There has been a social media revolution worldwide, and in the UK alone, 77% of the British electorate has a Facebook page. And a third of the electorate, that is 15.5 million, has a Twitter page. This can be further broken down because 7.9% of Twitter holders are male, 80% of active Facebook holders are female, 72% of active Facebook holders are male. Well, within the United Kingdom, there's been the greatest take-up of Facebook and Twitter in the southeast of England, with the least take-up in Northern Ireland. However, Northern Ireland has the highest take-up of YouTube. So with regard to the generational breakdown, 95% of 18 to 25-year-olds in this country have a Facebook account. Those of pensionable age are now catching up with 55%. So we now have low-cost, prolific campaign tools which can be used to achieve 2014 success. I shall now look abroad for inspiration. In the run-up to the May 2013 Pakistan elections, there were such savage attacks on the public rallies of the three major secular parties that the campaigners decided to move away from having public rallies, and Twitter and Facebook came to the rescue. One candidate told France 24 that it was his party's policy in order to reduce public appearance and optimize visibility by the use of Twitter. And in fact, his party tweeted 19,000 tweets a day in April 2013 in the run-up to the election. Indeed, there has been a social media revolution in Pakistan, which began in 2007 and really started in 2010 with a 7% take-up per annum. The situation, of course, is very serious in Pakistan. Indeed, comedian Shahzad Gayaz said that Facebook has given the Pakistan people the opportunity to express an opinion without being shot at in return. Please note, though, that Pakistan has a mere 10% internet take-up. Thus, there are 80 million voters in Pakistan. Only 8 million of those can actually have access to Facebook and Twitter. However, this is expanding every year at 10%. Hassan Rizvi says, with regard to Pakistan, social media can be used to supplement political campaigning, but it cannot bring about decisive change as yet. Now let's turn to Italy. In 2011, Beppe Grillo, the Five-Star Movement, achieved 5% at the polls. In February 2013, he won 9 million votes and garnered 25 of the lower seats. How did he do this? He did this through innovative use of social media. He started in 2005, being one of the first public figures in Italy to have an active blog. He then accumulated 1 million Facebook friends and 1 million Twitter followers. However, his great step for mankind was when he set up an internet meetup page. Thus, he could funnel his Facebook followers toward a meetup page whereby all his followers could liaise with each other and engage with each other. This invariably led up to face-to-face meetups. Thus, in November 2012, there were 532 Beppe meetups throughout Italy, which led to his significant election success. So his genius was to use social media to shepherd large numbers of people toward meeting up. Thus, as opposed to the Pakistan model, he did not use the internet to replace face-to-face interaction, but in fact used it to actively encourage it as never before. Now let's turn to America. Obama was the first political campaigner to successfully harness the power of social media. However, he did have a very significant financial budget behind him, which resulted in having 13 million email lists, 2,000 YouTube entries, 3 million Facebook friends, 2 million friends in other social media, 3 million text messaging subscribers, and, most important of all, 3 million online financial donors. His view, though, was that the most important element of social media was still email. He took the view that email had low barrier entry and also achieved a greater spur to success, as can be witnessed by the time when he managed to raise $11 million after a Palin speech, whereby there was an Obama email whip round urging donation in order to stop Sarah Palin being donated. And that was so successful, that led to, as I say, within that short time frame, $11 million coming to Obama. Obama's internet campaign team used the mantra, there can be no hierarchy with the use of email and social media. There can be no control, and one must embrace chaos. If you're going to enter the social media arena, you will be embracing chaos. During the midterm 2010 elections in America, a group called All Facebook monitored the progress of Facebook use and found that the number of Facebook fans each candidate had was a direct indicator of election success in 81% of Senate seats and 74% of House of Representative seats. So Facebook is here to stay, and Facebook is a very useful tool in pushing out the message and achieving election success. Indeed, in Canada, Calgary's first Muslim mayor, Naheed Nenshi, used social media to a great success because he actually took the trouble to answer all his tweets. I appreciate that is a very difficult exercise in a larger platform such as in a general election, but within a mayoral election, that was his campaign platform. He answered all tweets, and subsequently he won when he was a rank outsider. So again, very useful use of social media. Now let's return to the United Kingdom. Our very own UKIP is now at the avant-garde of social media, and Branwell Johnson of Marketing Week has asked, how on earth did UKIP manage to achieve such a swift foothold? He says we've achieved such a swift foothold because we now adopt the traditional challenger brand. And we are now in the same position as Ryanair when Ryanair first started out and was challenging the established airlines, highlighting financially wasteful approach just as we do with the EU. He also states that because we are a challenger brand, we do not need a large marketing budget because we can get press attention for free and we can engage locally. However, he does warn us very clearly that if we do not stay true to the UKIP brand and stay true to the UKIP message, we will evaporate away as Coca-Cola's water brand Dasani did. On the 8th of May, Google Campus held a lecture called Social Media for Brand Engineering in London, and declared that UKIP was the most successful brand of this year, 2013. The reason being it had trended very successfully during the question time and had also resulted in 10 straight hours worldwide trending during the May results. Impact Social, a reputation management company, noted that during the week running up to the May elections, UKIP had actually garnered 33% of all election-related tweets. Labour had 31%, Tories 22%, and the Lib Dems 14%. And indeed, on the 3rd of May, James Kirkup wrote a Telegraph headline which stated, UKIP is winning the Twitter war. Indeed, our glorious leader's legendary Dan Parag YouTube speech attracted about 3 million viewers across 20 uploads, and this is indeed a conservative estimate. Neither Cameron nor Miliband has ever come close to such social media popularity, and I doubt whether even if Cameron's resignation speech would achieve a tenth of that popularity. Indeed, our grassroots QWERTY keyboard warriors have actually helped us win this Twitter war, and thanks is due to the legions of volunteers out there who regularly spread the message over the internet. Now, I must turn to the dangers of social media, and no one here needs reminding of the skirmishes we've all had recently with the press, and how some of our casualties have lived to fight another day, and how others have been banished. We must never forget, and we must never be undermined by the actions of the press, that we are essentially an insurgent party, and I would actually go further than that, and I would say we are a dissident party, and because of this, the powers that be will seek any means of deflecting attention away from our message and diluting our message, which is power back to the people. We must therefore always engage with social media as if the entire world were hanging on our every word. The other issue with regard to the danger of social media is, do we engage with the trolls? During a Brixton Hill by-election whereby I was the local candidate, I switched off my my personal Twitter account after receiving a large number of unsavoury tweets from Labour and SWP supporters. And the policy was in our area that our local organisation set up a specialist UKIP Brixton Hill by-election. And I think this is the way forward, not to perhaps close down your personal Twitter and have a UKIP local election account for Twitter only, so that you cannot be undermined or attacked in this way. Another successful use of attacking the trolls was the Stockport billboard campaign, whereby the SWP stated that they had persuaded Clearwater to remove a UKIP poster. This was completely untrue. I was engaged with a Twitter spout with the SWP, as were other people in other people in UKIP who are here today. We successfully got them to remove the standard insults that people throw at UKIP, and we got clarification that Clearwater had certainly not removed the poster. Now, UKIP's social media advance continues apace, for the evil geniuses behind UKIP Surrey News and UKIP London News have now launched an app which is, I understand, suitable for iPhone and Android, which will supply you with a constant feed of news, diary events, and a means to donate simply at a cost of £5. If you're not happy with the service, that £5 will be returned to you after 14 days. So I thank you for your kind attention, and do please keep tweeting and Facebooking, and never forget that careless tweets can lose us seats. And to quote David Cameron, do go for it, seize it, fight for it, and with every ounce, passion and vigour of energy till 2014, and we will win the 2014 EU elections. Thank you.